Sushi Jackknife. Sushi Jackknife. Sushi Jackknife. Sushi Jackknife.
You could have a big dipper going up and down all around the bends. You could have a thunder car bumping. This amusement never ends. I wanna be Sledgehammer. Why don't you call my name? Oh, let me be a sledgehammer. This will be my testimony.
What's really funny about the fact that I'm buying the vintage sparkling seltzer water? Well, it says sparkling water for one thing, which is the same thing as seltzer. I don't know why they feel the need to explain, but they do. I'm buying it because it says vintage on it, Nathan. Because
That's the only reason you bought that sparkling water?
Yeah, I'm a consumer whore, man. That's why. Uh-oh. Microphone limpage. Oh, there's that beautiful dolphin noise.
I feel like I'm going the wrong way there.
You're going the right way now.
Yeah.
If you stuck with us this long, you've heard this noise a few times. It should be familiar to you. In fact,
that mic's right in my face now.
Actually, it's nice. I can't see you at all, but it's
that's
nice.
where the mic's at.
It should look directly into the face. Mm-hmm. Well, if we've learned anything so far, I think we've learned that now is the time to say thank you. Thank you. There are a dedicated few out there. I monitor the numbers, and there are a few of you out there that are consistently being consistent. So thanks.
Tell a consistency.
Friend. And I've heard, if you've ever listened to a podcast before, I hope, by the way, we're not your first podcast that you've listened to, because there is a lot.
The medium is better than us.
You could do a lot better.
Yeah.
It's like the first girlfriend you had or first boyfriend you had. You could probably do better.
Yeah.
You know? Unless you've led a very sad life. Yeah, I've heard from other podcasts. If you've ever heard another podcast, you'll know if you do a little ratey reviewy thing in the iTunes-y, that helps somehow with the iTunes magic.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's like a sacrifice to the iTunes volcano.
The iTunes people go and crunch the numbers, and
yes,
it helps.
Their
somehow.
their turtlenecks grow 3 sizes.
Three
full sizes.
Oh.
Speaking of, I am trying to. I'm searching the internet violently, trying to find ways to. Is that still hot?
Oh, that's hot.
He just burned himself with his tea. I'm violently searching the internet, bloodily searching the internet. Are you getting the analogy?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
that's coming across. Good.
Yeah.
For ways to shrink T-shirts.
Oh, let me tell you.
Yeah.
I have already researched this.
No, you have the same problem as me.
No, well, probably not.
Okay.
I mean, this was a specific one-time instance where I bought a shirt
that was too.
And they. Here's the situation. As you might recall, last fall, my beloved Kansas City Royals made it to the World Series.
Woo! Yes, polite.
After 29 years.
Polite, ignorant clapping.
They
on
made
my
it
part.
to the World Series.
Polite, ignorant
So I
clapping.
bought a World Series t-shirt. I wear a medium. This company thinks mediums should fit 350-pound men.
Indeed.
So I researched this because I bought this shirt. I want to wear this shirt.
Sure you do.
You are supposed to boil water, then put the shirt in the water.
Okay.
It is supposed to contract the fibers.
Ah.
It didn't work, so I don't know a correct answer, but
see,
that's what everyone says.
Okay, because that's what I read, and I haven't tried that yet.
Well, and this was a pre-shrunk shirt, so that may be...
Perhaps it was shrunk. So if it was pre-shrunk a medium and it was 3 sizes too big...
I don't... Apparently...
Interesting. 4 sizes too big?
This particular brand, and I cannot remember their name.
Okay.
Otherwise, I'd throw them directly under the bus. Directly. they don't understand how sizes work.
No.
So even I got a small of a different shirt of theirs.
Yeah.
Still a little bit too big.
I, for one, speaking of t-shirts, will never order anything from Zazzle.com ever again.
Well, I won't order anything from there because that name sounds ridiculous.
Well, yes, given. But, I thought maybe, I don't know. I guess I thought over Cafe Press, maybe their interface was a little easier to use. Because I designed that shirt for our band.
Right.
Word art. That's all that was. But then the shirt that I got has like broken down almost like it's like a compost shirt. Like parts of it are more broken down than others. It's very strange.
So it's biodegradable.
I suppose
It's an environmentally friendly shirt.
But
you send that to the dump, that's not going to sit there for years. It's going to break down, turn into some dirt for some worm
Worms,
to do
earthworms.
something. I don't know what they do in the dump. I've never been there.
That's an interesting question. First of all, I'm picturing this t-shirt on my body like composting away whilst I'm wearing it.
Well,
which would be interesting.
that's not how it should work.
Right. It should only activate. I have been to the dump, but I've never been to a really large dump like one we would have here in Nashville.
I've never been to one.
You never been to one ever?
I've never been to a dump. I have no reason to go to a dump.
We had like small like municipal dumps, like because I lived in a small town, and we would take stuff off, and there was always like it's gonna sound terrible. There was always like an old guy in overalls without like the undershirt, and you know how hot it gets in Georgia or anywhere in the South,
right?
It gets very hot, so he would be profusely sweating without his shirt, with his like overall pant legs stuffed into his boots.
Okay.
You have to have boots at the dump, I think, because
Obviously.
syringes. And a hat, and he would always talk kind of like, not like he had marbles in his mouth, but like straight up rocks in his mouth. Yeah.
So like an ultra mush mouth
Totally.
type of situation.
Like,
Yeah.
blah, 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 blah,
Yeah.
blah, 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 blah. And then you'd be like, $2.
And do you have any idea what he was charging you for?
No, not really.
I heard a number. Just give him the money and let's go.
I want to end this interaction as quickly as possible.
He said 10. I don't know what it is.
It's not a dump. It's a recycling center that I frequent here. I take the glass to and everything.
Yes.
That lady is very nice, but she appears to have a completely arbitrary system for assigning what you owe. Like, you can bring a truck full of, I don't know, like manure, no charge. You can bring like an old ottoman, maybe just the one, $15. It's hard to take. You never know. I think it's completely dependent on her mood.
Interesting.
Yeah, she's the sort of militant arm of the recycling center, and her word is bond.
$25.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me 25. That's probably how I would run that business. I'm not going to come up with a prearranged pricing system. I mean, it's a recycling business.
It's based on, I think, the content of your character.
What you want to do is you want to go in and talk to her before you bring anything, just to see what mood she's in that day.
Yes.
So if you go in and she's like punched a hole in the wall or something, well, you want to wait. If you go in the next day and she's happy, and first off, if she went from punching a hole in the wall to being super happy the next day, she needs medication.
Bipolar disorder.
But that's neither here nor there. If she's happy, that ottoman may only be $5. Mm-hmm. You don't know.
That's what I'm saying. And she has. This is the thing that I find really endearing. She's pulled things that she liked that were perfectly good things that people were throwing away, and made sort of a menagerie of sorts of little like lawn furnishings.
Interesting.
On the porch, because there's the little trailer that you pay at, and it has a little porch. So she has her own little land there. Decorations. It's kitschy.
I feel like I would do that too, just because I would be really bored.
Mm-hmm. What else is there to do at the dump?
Have you ever ever watch the show American Pickers?
I have.
Okay. I feel like the people on there, if I had the land,
Yeah.
I could easily, like this lady, just start taking things and pretty soon be like those people who just have sheds full of crap. Just nothing of any use whatsoever.
Right? You could it's not hoarding.
Right. It's collecting.
It's collecting.
They call it collecting.
Yeah.
That's how it's different. The only way.
The only, yeah, categorically the only way.
Yeah, that's the only difference.
I have been, I have been, in fact, to, is it Antique Archaeology?
Yeah.
That's them, right?
Yeah.
American Picker. That place is pretty neat.
See, I haven't been there yet.
It's smaller than you would think.
Yeah.
But they do have a giant disembodied Porky Pig head.
Well, I've seen it on the television.
Okay.
So I know roughly what it looks like.
Yeah.
I've also looked at, and for those who are near a computer, I urge you to go to the Antique Archaeology website. The recycled lights. One of the guys, I don't know who they are. I don't watch it enough to know that. They take like old rusty things,
Yeah.
and make light fixtures.
Oh.
And some of them are
Cute.
really cool, and some of them look like something from the movie Saw. So
I think that's the second time that Saw has come up in a consecutive episode.
we have some reoccurring themes.
Yeah.
Speaking of which,
Yeah.
Nickelback still sucks.
Oh, yeah, and by the way, welcome to episode 10.
Yeah.
Double digits. I wrote a little song about double digits.
Go ahead.
Double digit. Double digit. That's where we are.
I liked that.
Oh, thanks.
I liked that a lot.
Thank you.
I think that should definitely be a ringtone right there.
I don't know what it would apply to in life, but
I'm sure there's something.
by the way, if you want that as a ringtone, feel free. Let me know, and I'll chop it out for you.
Yeah.
I'll send it your way.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
I saw, by the way, coming in today, that, and this is also building off of last episode,
Yeah.
you are very into politics lately. We talked about the mayor last time, and now you're supporting some sort of politician?
Colby Sledge.
Colby Sledge.
Colby, which I don't know. I'll be honest. This show is all about honesty.
Okay.
I don't know what his platform is at all. I know that my wife likes him
As a person, or
as a person, and I believe she is abreast of his political views,
right?
and is comfortable with them.
Okay.
And all I know is I had a lot of fun with his name.
Colby Sledge.
It's a fun name.
I will be honest.
yeah.
If I had to pick between two candidates I know nothing about,
Right.
Colby Sledge is going to be hard to beat.
It's a very attractive political name. No, yeah. And then I was about to leave. I had my son in my arms, about to get in the car one day, and this mysterious average looking automobile pulled up, and this very nice young gentleman got out and put a sign in my yard and said, "Hello, you must be Jennifer's husband." And I said, "Indeed I am."
Was that Colby?
It was.
So Colby
In the
Sledge,
flesh.
we know, is a nice person,
He's well-dressed.
a well-dressed, nice person,
Nice person.
drives an average car,
Very much so.
and
I think he's a man of the people.
a pretty good name.
Pretty good name.
Yeah.
I think it's a better than good name.
I thought about briefly changing my name to Colby Sledge.
Colby Sledge.
Yeah.
Colby Sledge badly. Mm-hmm. Boom, boom, boom.
So, but you know nothing about his political
I could
stances.
not speak to it one iota.
So you could be, and this is hypothetical,
Oh, God.
I'm not saying Colby Sledge is, but you could be supporting someone from like the Nazi party because he wore some nice threads and was a very nice gentleman. to
Indeed,
you.
I could.
Okay.
I am...
Not that I'm saying he's
No,
from the Nazi party.
I understand. I am utterly ignorant to his political views whatsoever.
I do want to
Yes.
reiterate one more time. We don't know how Colby Sledge feels about Nazis. We don't know. He could be very, very opposed to them. He probably is. We don't know.
It's inconclusive.
Right.
We haven't done the research. God. Speaking of,
He's going to come back and take his sign.
He's gonna take his sign away.
And that's the last sign you ever get.
Paid for by the opposition to Colby Sledge. So, speaking of the American Nazi Party,
Okay.
I didn't think this would come up, but I have I've really been digging into Twitter more, and
It's a dangerous place.
It is.
Yeah.
The more you dig, just the more dead birds you find.
Yeah.
Much like my backyard.
Oh.
Yes. By far, the best account I've followed so far is called the Old Pics Archive.
Okay.
It's like at Old Pics Archive. It's great. It's like, here's a picture of the Hindenburg flying by the Empire State Building, 1937. Here's a picture of a beautiful actress of the 50s. Here's a picture of Muhammad Ali. Here's a picture of Martin Luther King Jr. Having to face down the leader of the American Nazi Party. Yeah. Messed up. And he's just staring him right in the face, and the American Nazi Party guy, he looks like a real douche.
Well, I mean, not to prejudge people. I know nothing about this individual, but he is a Nazi. So he's not a great individual.
Right. He was starting off on the wrong foot.
I don't think anyone, with the possible exception of Colby Sledge, because we don't know what he thinks, I don't think anyone thinks Nazis are great people.
No.
But we don't know what he thinks.
No, I mean, we don't want to put words in your mouth.
Right.
Oh, God. My wife is going to kill me.
You can edit out the name of the candidate if you want.
I'm not going to. The truth will set you free, Nathan. By far the second best Twitter account I follow is at Forrest Gump.
Oh.
And if it didn't exist, I would have created it. In fact, I was like, I wonder if that's out there. It is.
Of course
you can follow Forrest Gump.
There's everything out there.
Oh, it's great. It's great. You can follow Galactus, the Eater of Worlds from Marvel Comics.
That makes sense. There, last year, there was someone in the Kansas City area that became quite famous because they created an account for Royals manager Ned Yost as fake Ned Yost.
Okay, great.
So I'm saying you can get anything on Twitter.
In fact,
people impersonating baseball managers that no one really, except for me, cares about.
Yeah.
Or Colby Sledge. He might love the Royals manager. I don't know.
I'm sure he's on Twitter. I don't know if you can look right now, but the other I've lost my train entirely.
I feel responsible for that. Like, partly responsible.
You should feel responsible. You're much like the train that goes by my house at 4 a.m. Distracting and annoying. Except I like you. I don't have any real feelings towards the train.
I'm looking up, by the way.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, he isn't very clean cut.
Isn't he?
I'm looking up Colby Sledge so I can
talk about his political views. Last episode we got into mayoral topics. And this is quickly becoming
a local politics
podcast. It's almost a PSA over here. We could stage a debate. I'd like to see that happen.
He's an okay guy.
Is he real spaghetti?
He was a supporter for the redevelopment of the Tennessee State Fairground.
Very nice.
It does not say anything about him disliking minorities in this article.
Very good.
So I'm for...
You're for him.
Colby Sledge, I am endorsing him today.
2014. Metro Council.
2014?
2015.
2015. Is it this year that he's actually running?
Maybe we got an old sign.
If you ever see Colby Sledge on your ballot, no matter what year it is, vote for him. He has my thumb up.
Yeah, and just know that is that's a full Sushi Jackknife approval because he's got my thumb up as well.
There we go. I really hope that ends up on some campaign ad somewhere.
If we become local celebrities, which I personally am hoping for, it would help with the pain in my heart. If we became we should really we could moderate like a public forum.
Oh, I'd love that.
Where people get so riled and crazy. Like there's always a couple crazy.
I've always had a dream of moderating a debate between candidates of any office. It really doesn't matter. And when they start doing their political thing, let them talk. And then when they're done, just go, but the question I asked, that one, let's do that.
Yeah.
No, America. I don't care about freedom. I mean, I do care about freedom, but not in this context. That's not what we're talking about.
Right. You're being
Focus
very
on
general.
my question.
Yes.
How would you do this thing? And
Mr. Paul.
And then Colby Sledge would stand up and knock it out of the park.
Councilman Sledge.
You
know what? He's only running for Metro Council. Mm-hmm. Let's right now, Mayor. 20-something.
Wow. That's a small goal.
We're pushing for him.
Governor?
I'm not a big Bill Haslam fan.
No one is.
Yeah.
Except the other Haslam.
The Haslam clan.
Yeah. The Haslams like him.
The Haslams like the Haslam, yeah. Mm-hmm. I wonder if his dad likes him.
Well, that's just speculation.
I often wonder...
If he doesn't. If we say he doesn't like him.
Yeah.
It's rude.
Is it rude?
Yeah, it's rude.
Okay. If it's
Colby, you know who likes him? Colby Sledge.
He might.
Because he likes everyone. He's a nice, friendly fella.
He is the Jim Halpert of Tennessee local politics.
That is a great way of putting it, based solely on a picture and a little blurb from the Tennessean.
And a less than 5-minute interaction.
No, well, I haven't even had that.
I had.
Yeah.
That I had. Yeah.
We should get him and his opponent on the podcast.
Oh God, I am so
I'd make
for
that
this.
happen.
So for this. Well, the people have to make it happen, Nathan.
Right.
It's all about the people. If we're anything, we're a podcast for the people. The small number of people who download this podcast.
Right.
Yeah.
Colby Sledge would also be a good name for a wrestler.
What kind of wrestler?
Just
any wrestler?
Yeah.
Oh, and his signature move could be
the
sledgehammer.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And his theme song could be Sledgehammer.
Oh, I was going to say anything by his sister Sledge.
Oh, that works too. We Are a Family. His theme song is We Are. Right before we go into the death match, it's We Are a Family pumping out the arena speakers, and not.
Well, I mean, he's a nice guy.
Not Peter Gabriel's Sledgehammer.
Right, exactly.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah.
We're maintaining that in this fictional universe where he's not a local politician, but in fact,
this is actually
a professional wrestler.
What he would become after local politician.
Oh, he's going to have to gain some weight.
Well, I mean, I'm sure there are smaller wrestlers he could fight.
No, there aren't.
No? Okay, I'll take your word for it.
There's no mini league.
Yeah.
Of wrestlers. There is, however, as I am dramatically trying to shift the subject, there's
no guarantees.
I know,
by the way.
you're just gonna keep. Oh, it's your singer for today. Goddamn. There's something back where I'm from. A local wrestling, I guess you'd say, organization.
Yeah.
Called the PCW, and from what I recall, all it involved was a cinder block building, painted a very depressing color of gray, with scrawled letters in red, PCW. And I know that it was real because I knew a guy from high school who was like a miniature Andre the Giant, like not as big as Andre the Giant, but like almost.
Okay.
And he had the overalls thing going on.
Well, of course.
I think he worked at the dump. That actually participated in this, and boy, did he look dirty.
Yeah.
When he did it.
Well, of course.
It was. I never attended. I think it was shut down and reopened a few times.
What?
But yeah,
What would PCW stand for?
politically charged wrestling.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know who would be a great...
I did it that time. I
You-
walked into it.
You set it up, and I'm
I
not even
put
going
us
to
right
say
into it.
Yeah.
You set it up and knocked it down like Colby Sledge at a baseball game.
Oh! Boom! All right. I will remove myself from the Colby Sledge train that I have boarded.
Okay.
Very emphatically. Like, I'm very excited to be on it.
If I can get a sample of Sledgehammer, like somebody tweet me at Justin Elcroft. Tweet me and tell me what the legal limit of a sample of a song is.
I feel
You
like it's
can
20
use.
seconds.
I think it's less than 30, right?
That I've heard
Okay.
several things.
You might hear that instead of the theme at the
we
top
go.
of this episode. Just saying. If you've already experienced that and you're wondering why, now you know.
Okay, so I'm going to change the subject now. Effectively,
Great.
we're veering away from that.
You've just saved my marriage.
So, so as you know, I drive a very old car. I drive
Yes,
a
you
1992 Ford Explorer. I have a coworker that is younger than my car. That's not great.
Is that Everett?
Everett?
Everett
yeah.
is younger
Everett
than your
is
car?
younger than my car.
Wow.
By 2 years.
Wow.
Little Everett.
Little
That
sweet
little guy.
Everett.
Little guy.
I know.
So
Bless his heart.
the other day, I decided, hey, it's time for me to think about getting rid of this car. Mm-hmm. And so I went to cars.com, which seems like a good place to buy a car.
Sounds like a reliable source to me.
And I found a car that looked interesting. It was an SUV, which we need because someday we might spawn, my wife and I, and we need something to haul our offspring in.
It seems odd that you got rid of your pool if you needed it to spawn.
Fair point. So I emailed about this car and very quickly got a message back from Ira. And
Ira?
by the way, I am throwing Ira under the bus in this
Ira?
story. Ira.
What's Ira?
Ira is the salesperson's name.
Oh, Ira.
Yeah,
I thought
his-
it was an acronym.
No.
Okay.
No. His name is Ira Smith because that...
Wow, that's Ira. I didn't expect to hear
Right.
Smith at the end of that.
Right. So Ira is the internet manager at a specific Toyota dealership in town
Okay.
and gets back to me. And this is where everything in the world unraveled. Keep in mind, I'm just casually wanting to know about this car.
Certainly.
My car is running. I just don't know how much longer it'll run. So I get the message, and he goes, "Hey, this is a great car." I'm like, "Thank you, Ira. I saw the car online. I've kind of already decided that. That's great."
Indeed.
I'm going to pull up
up Ira?
actual text messages from Ira, because Ira texted me, by the way.
Ira didn't just call?
No.
Ira was aggressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so, well, first Ira emailed.
Okay.
And he said,
Fair
okay,
enough.
so we're having it detailed. We just got it in. Do you want to come out and test drive it? And I said, yeah, okay.
Why not?
Because I don't care.
Right.
Then Ira sends me pictures of the car. They're putting new brakes on it now and doing its used car inspection. And I said, okay, because I don't care. I just casually wanted to know about the car.
Exactly.
The text said it's in great shape.
Wonderful.
Fantastic. Ira.
I hope he's having a
Fantastic.
great day. Or she.
And I say, okay, well, how late are you guys open for a test drive? Blah, blah, blah. We're open until 8. Okay, I want to schedule a test drive for 5:30 tomorrow. Is what I say to him.
Beautiful.
Okay, and then I'm done. I'm done with Ira until the next day.
Of course.
I thought. So then Ira texts me randomly later in the day. Hours later. We have not been talking. I will say that you always have the ability to reserve the price and car with a refundable deposit. Well, okay. We're not reserving any cars here.
Ira is
Right.
is like a very aggressive suitor.
Right. And I say, how much? $500 refundable. Okay. Good to know. And I think I'm done again. Just let me know if you want to put in a deposit. Okay, I'll let you know. Let's see. Then he randomly texts me again about it, about the deposit. Then says, we just raised the internet price because it got new brakes and 2 new tires. Now, this is where I'm very fed up with Ira. How much would you expect the price of a car to go up with new brake pads and 2 new tires?
2 new tires?
Not 4
new
2
tires.
new tires.
$500?
If we are playing the prices right,
Yeah.
you're not getting on stage. $1,000. They're
That's
randomly
what they-
raising the price $1,000
From what to what? From
$4,900
okay.
to $5,900.
No. Ira, you gave away too much.
Right. Anyway, so then I test drive the car. Ira's not there.
Oh.
Thankfully.
Oh, well.
I ride with a very nice gentleman from Florida.
Ora.
We'll call him Ora. I could pull up his name. It's not worth finding.
If you called, does Ira answer the phone?
The moral
Son
of
of
this
the best.
entire story for me was you can't just casually look at a car.
No.
You can't just
No.
go, I'm kind of interested.
Right.
I just kind of want to know about it.
They
sent me home with the car that night for a test drive.
Home.
So, yeah.
You got to keep it overnight?
Yeah. So that I can
What?
make a decision overnight because they really wanted to make a decision.
What?
This is a 2-day process. It took 2 days.
I got married in less time.
I don't...
I
They hurt my head.
I put life into the body of a woman in less time.
You spawned?
Well, yes. Not again, but once.
Right.
Yes.
By the
I
way,
spawned.
is spawning the least romantic
I
way
think
to refer
so.
to child
There are
rearing?
scientific words that are sexier than spawning.
Yeah, spawning.
Yeah. Spawning to me sounds like it must happen outside of the body.
Well, isn't that how it... We need to do
Have
the
you
birds
been
and the
trying
bees
to
again.
have-
I don't understand it.
Wouldn't it be really messed up if like your dad told you the wrong stuff
If-
so that you wouldn't impregnate a woman? Like, hey son, when a guy and a gal love each other very much and they want to make another person,
They rub their heads
that's
together.
right, really
Just
hard.
rub their heads.
And you wonder why your girlfriends would.
By the way,
Yeah.
did you ever get the birds and the bees talk?
Oh God, no, never. Did you?
No, and I'm specifically talking about the birds and the bees talk.
With birds and bees?
I don't understand how that analogy works.
I don't either because they don't go together. They don't go together. Maybe
If
it's
a bird and a bee love each other very much, one stings the other one.
one
What?
eats the other one.
I was
No
talking to someone
offspring
about
can
this
be
the other
produced.
day.
You know, actually, if you break it down, it's a very egalitarian sort of argument. The birds and the bees. That's a different species
Yeah.
love. You know,
That's true.
That's beyond race. That's beyond gender.
It's kind of
That's-
beautiful when you
that's-
put it that way.
It's kind of poetic. And,
It's just beyond
wonderful.
everything. Just pure love.
Pure love that would unite a bird and a bee. Now the bird will live much longer than the bee. The bee will probably die a violent death.
Yeah.
Probably at the hands of its hive mates. I think they do that.
This just got real.
It's a real Romeo and Juliet kind of thing going on here. Yeah. The bird and the bee. Is that an Aesop fable? Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe that's where it comes from.
Maybe.
Who knows? No, I
Should
never.
I text Ira and ask him?
I would love it if you did. Right now,
No,
please.
no.
Come on.
No, Ira. So I texted Ira and told him I didn't want the car.
Yeah.
He never texted back.
Oh,
That's just poor customer service.
he is so aggressive and
you
then
just
so
all you have to do is text back and go, okay,
understood, man.
thanks.
Yeah. Please let me know if I can help in the future.
Also, they have weird automated emails. And because I took the car overnight, at some point it registered that the car was purchased, which it's not. I gave them no money.
Right.
So,
And you gave the car back, yes?
well, yes, I did.
Okay.
So I got an email today from Ira telling me about how I can buy parts and accessories for my new car.
Oh, very strange. He is far assuming too much.
Well, he should know by now, based on my text message, that we're not buying the car.
Right. And we're not friends.
No, we're not friends.
Not friends, Ira. The
I'd consider if he explained the birds and bees to me, though.
if you're out there.
Right.
I feel like Ira's behavior is the byproduct of some horrible sales course.
I don't know.
I don't work in sales. I don't want to.
Have you ever been to a big car dealership?
It's been a while.
It's awful.
It's terrible.
It was just a weird
Yeah.
experience going in there anyway. They have, like, it's a big building, and there are just
Sure.
clusters of balloons.
Yes, there's
Clusters of
always
balloons.
always that. Yeah.
Not a few balloons, not a smattering of balloons. There were like 10 clusters of balloons up in the ceiling.
And you know what, Nathan? I'm going to take a stand here, as if I were a local political figure.
But
I don't like clusters of anything.
no,
No clusters.
you know who else doesn't?
Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that the $1,000 price change was just they realized they were short in their balloon budget. That's the only explanation I can come up with.
I take our Honda. We have a Honda Civic. I take it to be serviced at the Honda dealership.
Well, that's a good place to go.
Well, they always. I will say this: they always find some $900 problem.
Of course
that we
they
never
do.
get repaired because I don't believe in them.
Right.
But I do believe in their popcorn machine, their hot dog machine,
Wait, what?
and their soda fountain.
If they had had a hot dog machine, maybe I would have bought a car there.
They got to step up their game. It's
Yeah.
that balloon budget. They're wasting that. They need a Rolly hot dog machine.
The closest they had, this was the other weird experience, by the way. They had Monster Energy representatives come in
What?
while I was there. So this guy with a big neck tattoo
Oh,
is, accosting me as I sit there waiting for Ira's replacement, going, "Hey, man, you want a Monster?" No.
no, man.
Do I look like I need an energy drink right now? What part of this screams, well, I really would like more energy?
Can't you see that I'm attempting to relax?
Yeah. And then all of the salesmen who, as far as I can tell, do nothing while they're there.
Yeah.
Just stand around. All just like rush over. They're like, "Do you have the sugar-free?"
Oh my God, are
You
you
have the
serious?
sugar-free Monster?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
The last time I heard about a sugar-free energy drink, have you seen the Grindhouse picture, Death Proof?
No.
It's pretty fun.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like the best Tarantino movie, but it's good.
Right.
I think. But then we've established that I'm not a good judge of movies, so take that as you will. My 5 stars might be a 2-star. Who knows?
Right.
But there's this whole scene where these ladies are in this awesome car, and they go to a convenience store, and they have this whole thing about sugar-free Red Bull.
Okay.
Yeah. And then suddenly the movie switches to being color. It's been in black and white up until that
Sugar-free
point. And then it
Red
goes,
Bull brings color into your life.
yeah.
How much do you think Red Bull paid to be the product in that movie?
0.
You think they didn't pay anything?
You think they gave them a little
I
money?
don't know.
I don't know.
There's a lot of product placement in movies these
That's
days.
true. I mean, maybe some investigation is warranted here.
I mean, not by me. I don't want to do it.
No.
That's not my cup of tea.
If he's elected, maybe we could get
Get a commission.
Muhammad Ali to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we calling
I don't
Kobe
know.
Muhammad Ali now?
Well, it's the first thing I can come up with. Float like a butterfly, sting like a sledgehammer? No?
I mean, it would
No.
sting, I guess.
You might pass out before you felt the...
So what is the best Tarantino movie, though?
Oh, wow. It took
You
10,
have to pick one.
It took 10 episodes to get here.
Yeah.
I will tell you that I really, really love Inglourious Bastards. A lot.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, I enjoyed the Kill Bill movies quite a bit, but I wouldn't say they were the best.
You know what everyone would be screaming right now
Pulp
while
Fiction,
they listen?
right?
Yeah, Pulp Fiction.
They would say Pulp
You know
Fiction.
what? Django Unchained's better.
I love Django Unchained.
Yeah, it's better than Pulp Fiction. And I don't care what anyone says.
You know what's great about Django Unchained?
Everything.
Christoph Waltz. Mm-hmm. He's the man.
Oh, yeah.
He's all the men.
Yeah.
He
He's
could play them all.
perfect.
He could play anything.
He's perfect in that movie.
He is great in that movie. I think his performance adds a star to the rating I would give it.
Oh, yeah.
I think Inglourious Basterds is a better movie
Right.
than that movie, but I think I love to watch him so much that I'd probably watch Django more.
Both of those movies are better than Pulp Fiction.
Well, he you know what? I forget. He is in Inglourious Basterds.
Yeah.
Of course he is.
Yeah, he's Tarantino's muse.
Oh my god, his man
weird-
muse.
Weird man muse.
Him and Uma Thurman. What if they had a child? The
Well, that-
Uber Muse.
That child would take over the world.
I think so. And film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In that order.
In that order.
I am the leader of the world. Also, my debut film will be coming out this spring.
See me at Sundance. My minions. No, I love the shit out of him in both those movies. Okay, let's run through all the Tarantinos.
Okay.
Reservoir Dogs is first, yeah?
Yeah, it happened.
I liked it.
It's good.
It's pretty violent.
Okay, I will say, pretty much every Tarantino movie, I'm going to say I like it.
Oh, I like them all.
There's not one where I'm like,
I have not seen Jackie Brown.
I have seen some of Jackie Brown.
Is it one of those that you could see some of it and not have to see all of it? Yeah. It's not his best.
No, well, no. It's,
Okay.
Obviously, that's still Django Unchained.
What comes after Reservoir Dogs?
Oh, man.
Is it Pulp Fiction? Oh, get the Wikipedia out. Have you seen Four Rooms? Which is not exclusively his film, but he's in it and he did a chunk of it.
No.
Very
but I've heard
interesting.
of it.
And it's got Roth in it. It's got what's his face?
Eli Roth?
No.
Oh.
What's the guy's name? That's in. He's also in the Pulp Fiction. Philip Seymour Rothman.
Oh, Phillips.
Just kidding. That's not a real person.
Let's see. Tim Roth.
Tim Roth. Thank you.
Tim
yes.
Roth. I got it right here. Okay. So Pulp Fiction was next.
After Reservoir. Well, that was a big jump.
Yeah.
That was a big jump in quality.
Well, and it's his first. I mean, Reservoir Dogs, he got $1 million to make it.
It was an indie.
Yeah.
For show.
Yeah. And then Pulp Fiction, $8.5 million. Which, by the way, still not a big budget for that movie.
No.
That's a surprisingly small budget.
But I'd say it's 8.5 times better than Reservoir Dogs.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll go with that.
Sure.
Then Jackie Brown.
Okay. Haven't seen it.
And then it gets huge. That's when Kill Bill Volume 1 happens.
Oh, I thought there were more movies in there.
Well, this may not be a full... Do you want the full filmography?
Yeah, I do, because I feel like there's stuff.
Are
in
we
between
talking
there.
just things he directed?
Sure.
Okay, well, first is My Best Friend's Birthday. I don't know what that is.
What? My Best Friend's Wedding?
Birthday. It's a sequel. Or prequel.
I think a prequel. They were children at the time.
Right.
From the moment I wake up, before I put on my... I am an adult man, very straight. I love that movie, My Best Friend's Wedding, and I love that song.
I've never seen it.
I will sing that song, hairbrush held like a microphone.
I do have, as far as chick flick type of movies go, I have a warm spot in my heart for them.
Yeah, I do too. Which
not-
ones do you like?
Oh man, I don't hate a rom-com.
I don't hate a rom-com.
Like, I mean, I'm not going to say it's a great movie.
Sure.
But like,
Well, it's a genre. I mean,
when I
judge?
saw How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, I chuckled.
You liked it?
I got the
Enjoyed it?
chuckles.
Let me give you my wives, and then I'll tell you
Okay.
how I feel about each of them while we're researching Quentin Tarantino's
Oh, I've got it right here.
filmography, which I'm sure you all know already. Jen loves The Devil Wears Prada, which isn't really a rom-com. It's kind of like a coming of age.
Yeah, I don't know that I'd call that a rom-com.
It's not a rom-com. The romance is very secondary in that film. she likes the You've Got Mail is one she likes. And it's Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan.
You can't dislike?
You can't dislike either of them. They're very likable people. What else does she like? My mom loved My Best Friend's Wedding, which is why I liked it. And Pretty Woman, which is like, wow, Julia Roberts, so hot as a teenage boy.
What's the Christmas one with Hugh Grant?
Oh, great question. I know what Notting Hill.
No, not that one.
Not that one.
Where the kid, the kid
about a
is,
boy.
No, not that.
Just
one
naming
either.
Hugh Grant movies now. Love Actually.
Yes,
That's a good movie.
I don't care what anyone says. It doesn't make me less of a man.
Right.
That's a good film.
Well, it's British, I think, or at least a lot of British people. And you know what? British means quality.
That is always the case. That's
And
why people like Downton Abbey. If it was an American show, no one would like that
Downton
show.
Abbey kicks so much ass. Do you watch Downton Abbey? Oh, it's great.
I don't have the attention span for that.
Oh, you should. It's great.
But what does this blah 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 blah? Oh, upstairs. Oh, can I go upstairs? Blah 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 blah.
There's like a.
That's the
I don't-
entire
I'm
show.
gonna
to
say
me.
I'm gonna say something totally unfounded, which is what I've been doing all night.
Okay.
There is a show called Upstairs Downstairs, which I feel like is a total fucking ripoff of Downton Abbey.
I think actually it came before Downton Abbey.
Really?
Yes, because my wife has mentioned the existence of this show.
Upstairs Downstairs?
Yeah, she started watching
me-
it because of the Downton Abbey.
Oh. It's a great show.
Yeah.
I love it.
they-
I love
Which one?
it.
Upstairs, downstairs?
No,
or?
Downton Abbey.
Right.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
But I don't want to go downstairs. I'm an upstairs person. No.
I mean, you've got the central conceit, but there's a lot of like micro stories within there.
No, you have to go upstairs.
It's where
I
you
don't
belong.
wanna go
You belong
upstairs.
upstairs.
No.
That's where you be. You eat your food slowly and at a pace with the other individuals here.
We don't use forks down here downstairs. Slap out of your hand.
Take half a potato and mop up your sauce. Wow.
That's the show to me.
This is what happens when I drink.
And when I have vintage sparkling water, lime.
Today's episode is brought to you by Vintage Sparkling Water, available at your local Kroger.
Okay, back to Quentin here.
Yeah.
Q Man.
Oh.
That's what we're calling it.
Term
now.
of endearment.
Okay, so Reservoir Dogs. We already talked about
Number
that.
one.
Pulp Fiction.
Yes.
4 Rooms.
Good one.
He directed the segment The Man from Hollywood.
Okay, we
Is
can
what it
skip
says.
segments.
And Jackie Brown.
Jackie Brown.
Then Kill Bill Volume 1. Kill
See,
Bill Volume
that's
2.
where I feel like that was such a long time in between. It must have been, yeah?
Yeah, well, it was 6 years.
Okay, that's a significant
And
amount of time.
he was the executive producer for From Dusk Till Dawn 2
That's
and
what
From
I'm
Dusk Till Dawn
thinking
3.
of, yes. Because he works with Rodriguez quite a
Right.
bit.
He didn't direct From Dusk Till Dawn.
He produced.
which I didn't know.
See, I
learned that.
thought he directed them, yeah.
Okay,
Those
so
are fun.
they're interesting.
Penis gun.
The first time I was watching that, it kind of blew my mind with the holy water condom water balloons.
That was
and
interesting.
whatnot.
Yeah, I need to watch it again now that you say holy water condom balloons.
Yeah. Which, I mean, of course, that's what would make the perfect water
Well,
balloon.
when I
with
had
holy
my
water.
punk band in high school, it was called Holy Water Condom Balloons. We were great.
I'm sure. All right, so Kill Bill Volume 1, Volume 2. Then he is listed as one of 3 directors on Sin City.
Oh,
What did he do?
I don't know.
Anyway,
That movie was confusing.
yeah. Then we jump all the way to Grindhouse.
Which would be Death Proof, yeah?
Grindhouse and Death Proof.
Is Grindhouse a movie?
I don't know.
No, Grindhouse is like...
Oh, it's a segment. Okay, he directed segment Death Proof.
Yes.
Okay.
Grindhouse
Okay.
is 2 films, I think.
Yes.
Grindhouse is Death Proof and Planet of Terror, yeah?
Sure.
Yeah, I think Planet of Terror is a zombie movie. Pretty good. Pretty good.
Then Inglourious Bastards.
Okay. Wow, he had quite a jump.
Yeah, yeah.
Inglourious Bastards is so good.
And then Django Unchained.
So good.
And then he has one coming out called The Hateful Eight.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
It's the poster says it's the 8th film from Quentin Tarantino.
Well, there you go. Speaking of going back to the Kill Bills for a moment, I do really like Volume 1 quite a bit.
Yeah.
When you said the whatever, the Hateful Eight.
Yes.
That made me think of the Crazy 88 from Kill Bill Volume 1. So fun.
Man, this is going to be a monster movie whenever this comes out. I don't know when this is supposed to come out.
We should go see it.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Whoa.
Of course, Samuel L. Jackson.
He's great in those, and he's part of
Kurt
the crew.
Russell.
Whoa, he was in Death Proof.
Tim Roth.
In like all of them.
Bruce Dern.
Don't know
Channing
who
Tatum.
that is. Magic Mike.
Michael Madsen.
In a lot of them.
Yeah, it's gonna be big.
We need to see.
It's a Western.
Yeah, he's never done a Western.
Yeah,
he's done like every genre.
I would say
Western.
Django Unchained was Western-ish, but it wasn't.
It wasn't really
right.
I would like to see Quentin's rom-com, a remake of You've Got Mail, starring Tom Hanks and I don't fucking care.
Uma Thurman.
Yeah, that's
No,
perfect.
I mean,
yeah.
he's making it.
And Samuel L. Jackson owns the bookstore instead of
At what
Thurman.
point is there an incredibly gruesome shootout?
Oh, I hope at the beginning, because that's the only way I'm going to keep watching. And then they have to call in Sean Penn instead of the other guy, the wolf or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
So it'll be Sean Penn this time to clean it up.
Oh, that would actually be a good
And
movie.
Woody Allen. Mm-hmm. I like that idea. A neurotic Woody Allen cleaning up a murder.
I don't know how I get in touch with Quentin, but
He listens to the show.
oh well,
Yeah.
actually, copyright this, so you can't have it.
Yeah. No.
Give me money.
Get your grubby hands off of this podcast. Speaking of films and when they might be coming outeth, dude, Avengers 2. I know I'm the one that cares more than you.
Yeah,
But I'm excited, and I'm gonna definitely see it. It comes out this weekend. And this, the time stream is now caught up. You guys may have caught on that we backlogged a few episodes before we started.
You mean like
releasing
when they were listening to me talk about Christmas in
right,
February?
and it was like February. Yeah, that whole thing. And Snowmageddon after it already happened. That's why I call it a recap in the show notes. So we are now in the current time stream.
Right.
And this week, Age of Ultron comes out, and I'm pretty stoked. That's all really I have
Why
to
have
say.
I not heard anything about it?
I don't know.
It is not the most publicized movie I've ever.
No, it's not.
witnessed
It's
existing.
not. No.
That's kind of shocking because I'm sure that they spent
Gobs.
roughly $8 billion making it.
They could have saved Nepal altogether.
Anyway, I'm sure it'll be fantastic.
It'll be great.
I
It will
just-
be a joyride.
I enjoy them, but I just have a really hard time caring. Like, I'm going out of my way to see them. I have a hard time doing that.
I understand.
They're good.
I understand. Yeah, they're fun. All they are is fun.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay. So this has been weighing on my mind all week.
Okay. Well, release your...
Segueing.
Yeah.
By the way, this has nothing to do with movies.
Go ahead.
So I was at work, and there was a young lady in the break room eating lunch. Mm-hmm. She had finished her sandwich, or whatever the main dish was, and was moving on to her piece of fruit, which was a grapefruit.
Ooh.
She proceeded to peel the grapefruit like an orange
Wait.
and eat it as slices. And then when I questioned her on this, she told me that I'm the weird one for slicing it in half and eating it with a spoon. Now, do you know anyone in the world besides this young lady who I like her?
Can we call her Kate?
We can call her Kate.
Kate.
I find her to be a very pleasant person. This is not any knock against her as a human being. Aside from the fact she doesn't understand how fruit works.
Well, specifically the grapefruit.
Right. Well, I don't know about the other fruit. She may have no idea. I bet she cuts a
grape in half and peels the skin off.
Probably.
Dusts it with a tiny amount of sugar.
But that would be...
delicious.
Actually, that's a good idea.
Great. Sounds like candy.
But have you ever seen anyone eat a grapefruit in any way?
Not a soul. No.
Like, is there another person who does anything besides slice a grapefruit?
I don't think that every time you see a grapefruit pictured in anything, it's usually sliced in half. It's got a thicker skin than an orange skin.
I have in the past seen like a salad where someone has peeled a grapefruit and put it on it
in segments.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't eat that salad because that's gross and weird.
Of course. Why would you eat a grapefruit segment salad?
But that's the only other way I've ever seen them prepared. Then I started thinking about this. It kind of does make sense.
I'm going to part ways with you here.
Okay. Hear me out on this, though.
Okay. All right.
You're on the go. You're just a man on the go, just on your way about doing your errands and whatnot.
Or a lady.
Well, I'm talking to you.
Oh.
So
I'm not Kate.
In this scenario, you're a man.
I'm myself.
You're a man on the go.
Oh, okay. I'm a man.
Got some things to do. Got to pick up the dry cleaning. Go, down to the train station.
I have a larger muscle mass.
Eat a churro, like all that stuff.
Eat a
churro.
Churro.
Yeah, and you're walking. You're like,
I like this
man,
hypothetical.
I need some fruit. I haven't had any fruit all day.
I'll get a banana.
There's no bananas.
In the world?
No, in the world. There are no more bananas.
Right now?
Right.
Oh, that's a problem.
Okay, so no more bananas. What other portable fruit do you have? Apple? No, that's gone.
Well, you beat me to that one. Like a large strawberry?
Yeah, gone.
Oh.
All
Is
you
there
have
some
available.
Sort of blight happening?
They all have been recalled.
Oh, all of them?
Yeah, because of listeria.
Well, Mr. Dole must be very upset.
Yeah, he's not thrilled.
Wow.
But somehow the grapefruit escaped all this. Probably because of the thick membrane. It keeps the listeria from
Makes sense. So the listeria can't,
You're on the go. You got to get your fruit.
I'm a lady on the go.
Yeah,
going.
You got a grapefruit.
Got it.
Okay, well, you can't slice that in half and eat it with a spoon.
I have scissors.
Well, okay, you
my
have
purse.
scissors, but how are you on the go going to eat with a spoon?
I'm on the city bus.
No, you're walking.
I'm walking.
Yeah, the buses are shut down.
Where bus is shut down.
Listeria.
Oh,
yeah.
listeria on the bus.
Yeah,
seats?
it's bad.
It's everywhere.
Yeah, listeria is pretty serious. So you're walking down the street, just walking with your grapefruit.
Walking. I'm very sweaty.
Yeah, you're
overalls
walking fast.
on, no shirt.
Right. The only reasonable way to eat that grapefruit would be to peel it and eat it wedge by wedge.
In this crisis scenario, yes, absolutely.
So maybe this young lady knows more than I do about fruit. Maybe I've been closed-minded about fruit my whole life. And someday, when there's a listeria attack, that's going to come back to get me because I won't be able to eat fruit correctly.
Or maybe she's weird.
Well, I mean, that's a good...
Does she do anything else that's weird?
Not that I know of. I'm sure she does.
You should bring her a gift basket. Well, we all do, but I don't know that we're all as weird as Kate.
Bring her a fruit basket and see how she eats each piece?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, the only thing I can think of that would weird me out more than that is if I saw like she was peeling like the skin off a pear or something and then eating just the skin.
That would be strange. That'd be very strange. Or if she it's how everyone slices an apple from the stem to the tail?
Yeah.
What if she slices it like in horizontally?
That would be interesting. Actually, I would like that.
It's like a ring.
That's unique.
That would be different.
That would be unique.
I'm starting to fall in love with her a little.
Well, I mean, she's a very nice lady.
Is she, Kate?
Yeah, she's nice.
So in this listeria world, this post-apocalyptic listeria
Yeah.
world.
Picture Mad Max,
All right.
and it's all caused by listeria.
A lot of
Go
sand.
ahead.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah.
And I have to fight for my grapefruit.
Well, yeah, but I mean, there's a lot of grapefruits.
Did the coconut survive?
No, coconut.
Oh, no, really?
Yeah. Well, I mean, they don't have listeria, but during the Great Fruit Wars,
Grapefruit Wars?
the Great Fruit Wars.
The Fruit of the Loom
yeah,
Wars.
we were forced to weaponize coconuts.
Coconuts.
Yeah. So
Oh, I see. What a scenario we're in.
yeah, it's been weaponized.
And what do we use for fuel in this world?
There's no fuel.
There's no fuel?
There's no fuel. Listeria.
That's why I'm walking.
Exactly.
Oh.
The city buses are shut down because listeria got in the gasoline.
It got in the gasoline.
Yeah, listeria got in everything. Wow. Right now, by the way, you know how all of the ice cream has been
Oh,
recalled
yeah. Well,
because of listeria?
yes, I have something that ties into this, actually.
I just imagine that someone somewhere that works with those companies is sitting here listening to this going, stop saying listeria. Just stop mentioning it.
Stop saying it.
Mention any disease. Listeria is not good. Stop it.
Can we talk about Ebola?
Anyway.
So I bought hummus.
Oh, did you get the listeria hummus?
I don't know specifically, but I did throw away my hummus. I
know
had
what?
already eaten some.
We have the hummus at home.
Do you? You have Sabra hummus?
Yeah, we bought it after they took away all the listeria
Guys,
hummus.
episode 10, hashtag Sabra. What? Social networking.
Yeah, we bought our large thing of hummus post listeria recall.
Really?
So they'd taken it away,
Oh.
and we had the good hummus.
Did you get it half off?
No.
Oh, you got the good
Yeah,
hummus.
I'm not going to eat the listeria hummus. I'm not.
Jennifer
insane.
and I one time were at Target, which is an odd place to be buying food, still in my mind.
Yeah, it is odd.
They have grocery Targets, but it's
Right.
still a strange place to be buying food. They had like vegetable pot pies
Okay.
that were like 75% off. They were like 75 cents a piece.
This
And
sounds dangerous.
They were marked as is.
This sounds very dangerous.
I bought like 10 and ate them all.
And that explains the state you're in now. I'm trying to think if there's any food I've ever gotten that would be perishable. That was, I mean, I guess frozen counts as perishable still.
Definitely, if
Yeah.
it thaws, it will perish. Much like my soul in a lake of fire.
I don't think I've done it.
Someday soon from now.
I'm too paranoid for that sort of thing.
To buy an as is food.
Yeah. First off, I don't like seeing a food labeled as is.
Yeah, I mean, what's wrong with the food?
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I'm okay with them marking it down because of various reasons.
I will tell you that we carefully inspected the packaging
Right.
to see why or why not it was as is. I believe there was a misprint on the box.
Well,
Just saying.
then that I'm fine with.
Yeah. See?
I don't care about that.
So open your worldview.
But as is implies like someone bought the food, took it home, and went, well, this looks like a turd, put it back in the box and took it back to the store.
Well, if that's the case, I ate all of that used food. Used food.
Slightly used
Oh.
food. Slightly used.
Oh, God.
It's lightly used.
You
food.
know what? I'll just cover it in ranch dressing. It'll all be
Pre-owned.
fine.
Pre-owned.
Pre-owned. Maybe Ira will text you about some pre-owned food.
I got a great pot pie. It's 25 cents. Hold it. 75 cents. It just went up. We changed the tires. So we got to pay for the balloons somehow.
We put a little glaze on top. We gotta pay for the balloons. Literally, this haunted place I go to is like a fucking circus, man.
It has to be, I guess.
I guess it's, okay, you're not the only person in my life going through this right now. Johnny's going through this at work.
Oh.
He's going through a car scenario. It was a long pause. Couldn't get to the word scenario. He is he's got a lemon on his hands. It's got a computery issues, and he's trying to get back to his someplace. You could probably sell him your car.
Well, I need a car too, though.
Maybe you should just trade.
Oh, his doesn't work.
Oh, good point. Okay, great point.
I don't want that.
Glad you're paying attention.
Yeah.
I just got a text from Ira.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it says, "Hey, are you busy?"
Ira wants to know if you're busy or if I'm busy.
If I'm busy.
What? Tell him no.
I'm
I'm
texting him right now.
Yeah, he's probably got a great deal for you.
No, I'm not busy. Send.
Yeah.
See what he says.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really should just one of these days just randomly text Ira.
I want you to right now.
Hey, did you see the game last night? Did you see the game, Ira? Hey, Ira. What do you think about the Renaissance Fair this weekend? You want?
You know what?
You want to go?
That's
You
a
want
good
to go to
question.
the Renaissance Fair?
I'm doing this right now.
Okay.
Who can I text? Who's someone I haven't talked to in years?
Oh man.
Who don't I recognize in my phone anymore?
Oh, see, now that's a dangerous game.
We're playing it.
Oh,
we're
man.
playing it right now.
I'm going to label this right now as cell phone roulette.
Oh man.
Cell phone roulette.
God. Who's Jan? All right, Jan, you're getting a text. How about the Renaissance Fair this weekend?
Oh man.
About the how do you spell Renaissance, Nathan?
I don't know.
I'm just gonna go for it.
Just start typing.
Fair this weekend. Let's see what Jan says.
Oh man.
If anything, I doubt anything interesting will come from this, but sending.
Man.
And
what are you going to do if Jan wants to go to the Renaissance?
Oh God, I hadn't thought of that contingency.
Yeah. Well,
oh no.
now you are obligated as the inviter to take Jen to the Renaissance Fair, and because you invited her, you probably have to pay Jan. Yeah, you have to pay for her to get in.
I'll buy her a turkey leg.
There we go.
Yeah, that's a good peace offering.
I'm going to that.
I just did this, really, didn't I? Yes, I did.
Yeah.
I really just. She probably won't respond.
I'm going to the Renaissance Fair this weekend.
You are?
I've never been to one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I went when I was maybe like a freshman in high school.
What should I expect?
Embrace it and you'll have fun.
I don't. That's not.
You don't embrace anything.
I don't embrace things. They have to embrace me.
Go ahead and turn your sarcasm. Oh God. Go ahead and turn your sarcasm knob up to 100.
Okay.
And you'll have a great time.
Well, it's kind of stuck there most of the time anyway. Am I allowed, or is it discouraged, to call every person I see wench?
If they're female, clearly.
I can call them a wench.
That doesn't apply to...
well, obviously.
I think they're menches.
Menches.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't like that.
Okay, all right.
So, it is okay to any female I see.
At the Renaissance... Well, okay, only the ones working there.
Not just random.
No, not other participants, attendees. No.
Right.
No.
What if they're an attendee, but they wore a costume?
Oh, then they brought it upon themselves,
right?
I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
On the way here, we were talking about whether I would be wearing a costume. The answer, spoiler alert, no.
Oh, well, who would have
Absolutely
guessed that
not.
you would have? Yeah. I mean, you in medieval garb is kind of like trying to put a costume on a cat.
I would claw you.
It can be done, but you'll be very upset.
I will claw you if you try to dress me up in a medieval costume.
I would expect nothing less from you, to be completely honest.
So we were like, first off, I don't have anything that's suitable for a costume.
To the era of the Renaissance?
Believe it or not.
I'm not surprised.
I don't have Renaissance era costumes just floating around my house. So then my wife suggested that I get some jeans I have, just cut those off, some cut-off shorts.
Make them into jean shorts?
Yeah. and not wear a shirt, paint myself green, and go as a wood nymph, a little fairy.
FAE.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. You could be Pan. You could be from A Midsummer Night's Dream.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that either.
You could memorize that soliloquy and just go for it.
And she said that there will be people dressed like that there.
Oh, I imagine.
That's terrifying.
It's gonna be. Here's the thing. If I were me.
If you were you?
Yes. If I were you, you were me.
Okay.
I would just get. I'd go to the bar first, and I would get all liquored up and then go. Because then I think you'll have a great... I don't know if you can even buy beer there. You might be able to. If you can, you should partake.
If they have turkey legs, though.
They do.
See, now I'm sold.
Well, it's gross, though, Nathan.
No.
It's gross because it's like you hold the bone.
Yeah.
And you get all greasy. You get greasy.
It's like I'm a barbarian.
Yeah, it's like that.
It's the way...
But you're not a barbarian.
No, but it's the way bird was meant to be eaten. Just tearing the flesh off a bone. Just ripping it off with your teeth.
Maybe like a medieval quail or something, but...
No, that's how...
peacock.
That's how cavemen did it. That's how our ancestors ate birds. I'm just
tearing them
throwback.
limb from limb?
Yeah.
Well, the whole thing's a throwback, man.
Yeah, man. I'm just going to rip the flesh right off that bone with my teeth. Like a barbarian.
Okay.
And then
you should go as a barbarian, come to think of it.
Well, I'm going to go as a barbarian.
I have a great idea.
Okay.
You should go as the Mongols. Not the Mongols in plural, but a Mongol.
What if...
They'd be very afraid of you.
Now, hear me out here.
Okay.
I go as a future man.
Oh.
And then I just start shooting everyone with laser guns.
Love it. Because they have to... Part of their job is they have to react in character.
Right.
Ooh. You've got them trapped.
Mm-hmm. They have to acknowledge it's happening.
Yeah.
And they can't go, stop it, that's stupid. This is a Renaissance fair. You can't have a laser gun here.
Blah, blah, blah.
I told a guy I work with that I want to... LARPing?
Yeah, live action role playing.
I want to go LARPing sometime, and when they have their little stupid styrofoam swords, pull a little tiny ray gun. Like, like the little toy guns that just go pew, 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 and just start walking around doing that, going, you're dead. Pew, 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 you're dead. Pew.
What I would love to see is the rules come down on you, like the dungeon master, like be like, now you cannot be yum in that.
According to the rules of this game.
I want to like, you know, I'm a little geeky. I want to like Dungeons and Dragons, but the one time I played was with my kid cousin.
Yeah.
And he was a real jerk about it. He let me do whatever I wanted the first time. And then he like chuckled at himself so self-assuredly the second time. Was like, all that stuff I let you do the first time, like, you can really do that. And I was like, you little chode.
So that would be like if I was playing chess with someone that had never played it, and they're like, can I move the piece this way?
And they'd be like, sure, you can go in circles.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, you can't do any of that. The king can't fly.
Yeah. It made it really unpleasant, I have to say.
I feel like if I played Dungeons and Dragons, I would have a really hard time separating reality from fantasy.
How did I know you
in
were
this
going to
scenario?
say that? Yeah.
And I would be like, do you want to go into battle? Probably not.
I'm good. I'm a pacifist.
That seems unpleasant.
Yeah.
Like what kind of battle is it? Oh, they have swords?
No. Can I just sit here and scribe?
Tell me what it's like when you're done, and I'll come over afterwards.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, I'll come check it out when you're done. It wouldn't be good.
I would
not be a good Dungeons and Dragons person.
I think it could be fun, but honestly, I don't need another hobby at this point in my life.
That sucks people in, too.
Oh, man, it's deep. It's deep, yo.
There's, the dungeon masters.
Yeah.
They spend so much time dungeon mastering.
Yeah.
Whatever all goes into that. And it's just, I don't know.
It's very.
I have video games. I don't need that.
Well, I guess that's true. I could see how it would be fun. I really could. But I think it just didn't hit me at the right time.
No.
Like, if I had...
We're too old for it now.
If I had the opportunity to get into it when I was, like, younger, I think I could be into it. But
It's...
Now I just can't.
It's like how I can't start snowboarding now. I'm
Right.
too old to start snowboarding.
Oh, you are.
On the other significantly less physical side, I'm too old to start Dungeons and
Dungeons and
Dragons.
Dragoning.
Yeah. I can't do it. There's a sweet spot as far as age goes.
Right.
I have passed it.
Right. Have you heard that great Weezer song, It's In the Garage? You know that song?
Yes.
I think he references that Dungeons and Dragons in that song.
I would imagine that he loves Rivers Cuomo
Rivers
has to love Dungeons and Dragons. He just seems like that guy.
Yeah, I think so. He has written some amazing songs. I think he might be a tad hard on himself.
A little.
Yeah,
He does need a hug. Like you can tell
he
in his
certainly needs a hug.
lyrics.
Yeah,
Someone just needs to give Rivers a great big hug. A little squeeze.
we've talked about this before, but Pinkerton. Yeah, I love that album.
Yeah.
It's great. I love the Blue album. I like the Green album quite a lot.
Yeah.
I stopped after that.
Most people did.
Yeah,
Not that they're bad. Everyone stopped listening at some point.
Yeah.
It's weird.
You fall off. I had Maladroit. Do you remember that record?
Yeah.
I had that and I enjoyed it. It was interesting thing about that record was it was numbered in gold on the back, like a certain, like the first 1,000 or something, or maybe
Okay.
the first 10,000. I don't know. Had like a number assigned to them.
So what number do you have?
I sold it. I know it was.
What?
It was a thing. I was.
It
going
was
through.
a number
I know it was a thing. I was
in
going through.
gold.
I was having this thing about not having possessions that anyway, it was this whole thing.
In gold.
It was, yeah. And now I want it back. Like now I'm like
Right.
trolling eBay, like looking for a cheap copy.
So you sold all of your possessions at this point?
No, just a lot of, not even a lot of them. Just
Were
like,
you okay? How old were you at this point?
I think I was 19.
Okay.
Yeah, which
that's what I figured.
explains- yeah.
Because I went through this phase around like 20
Did you?
where you're like, if I just had like a pair of jeans and 3 shirts and a mat to sleep on, that's everything I would need.
I'd
in
be
life.
perfectly fine.
That's all I need. Everyone else is just being a consumer.
That's right. They're being. That
They're
was
consumers.
exactly my mentality.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I never got rid of anything. I just like didn't buy stuff for like a month and then
Right.
went, okay, well that's over.
And I got rid of really trivial things that I kind of want
Right.
back now.
I did not commit to it in any way.
In any way, yeah. It is funny that you go through, and I think if we polled the audience, they would give us a similar result. Like there's something that you go through at a certain point.
I think my main committal to that was like I wore the same pair of jeans a bunch of times.
Right.
That's pretty much it.
The farthest I went was I took down my really nice like queen size bed. Like I took apart the frame and I got out the like twin mattress I had when I was like a kid.
Right.
And I like put that on the floor.
Because that is logical.
Yes.
Like
completely logical.
right. I don't need possessions, so I'm going to get a smaller mattress.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it makes sense.
Right. Thank you. I feel justified after all these years.
Oh.
Yeah, I did, and I would treat it like a fake Murphy bed. Like I would lean it against the wall because I wanted like I don't know another square foot of space during the day.
Man, the worst case of this I ever saw in my life. One of my friends, I was in a band with him named Josh.
Hey, Josh.
He went through a phase where like he refused to use the air conditioner in their rental. He was living with a few guys in their rental house. He refused to use the air conditioner.
Oh, wow.
Because, I mean, it's just being a consumer. Never mind the fact that as far as electrical use goes, they had about 20 box fans constantly running
Right.
because they have no air conditioning.
No air conditioning to fall back on. Of course.
But it was to the point that, like, he left town for a week. And he left town, so everyone went, Josh is gone. Let's turn on the air conditioner.
It had to be the best week of their lives.
Well, it took like 3 days for it to cool down because it was so hot in there.
Oh my God.
And he came back and was upset that they had turned on the air conditioner because I don't know why.
Right. And I'm just remembering for me, like, and maybe realizing for the first time, one of the moments that I got over this, it was when I realized after having a couple Goodwill couches, that I didn't want another Goodwill couch in my life.
Right.
I think that was the point where I was like, you know what? Real furniture would be really nice.
It's okay.
It's fine. I'm not sending myself or anyone else to hell because I'm having decent furniture.
Right.
Because I can.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. I just went, whatever. There was no turning point. It just went, meh.
It just stopped one day.
Yeah. And Josh, I think, is still doing it. So,
Really? Josh is still in it,
at
yeah?
least a little bit. I don't know. Not to that extent.
We'll think about it.
He believes in air conditioners again, I think.
That's good. That's good. It all depends on... I will say for us, man, this month, we have not had the air or the heat on. Mm-hmm. Holy moly, the power bill went down.
Oh, yeah. Ours?
Wow.
It's the same way.
Yeah, it's been great.
Yeah.
It's been really nice.
And, I mean, I could deal with this for a while.
Oh, man.
Although we can't really open the windows.
Yeah.
Because allergies.
Yeah, that's true.
My eyes, yesterday, because the spring allergies have been so ridiculous.
They've been, yeah.
I was going to bed and looked in the mirror, and every stereotypical movie depiction of a stoner where their eyes are not like red, but they're red. It looked like I had smoked all of the marijuana that had ever existed.
Right.
My eyes were just so red because they're so irritated by the air.
Absolutely.
It's awful.
It's pretty bad right now.
Yeah.
We have had the windows open. And then there's like the genuine nights where I'm a little afraid that the windows are all open. And then there's the other nights where it's like, oh, it started raining horrifically in the middle of the night. And now all my books are wet. And no one enjoys that.
You know what I'm going to do now, right?
What?
I'm going to wait until you guys are in bed.
No.
Window open. I'm just going to come and just start scraping my fingernails on the screen.
I would straight up murder you. I'd have to live with that for the rest of my life. Oh, let me tell you a quick story.
Do it.
Actually, yeah, 2 quick stories maybe about that.
Okay.
So we were, my cousin, who I was really close with for a long time, we kind of grew up together. She was married to this dude, nice dude. They had a house, and we would visit there sometimes, and they went on vacation at one point, and we would house sit, right?
Right.
So we were house sitting, and I always get freaked out like when I'm staying in a new place.
Oh, I can't do it.
You know what I mean? Like not
it takes
a hotel
me a
room.
few days to sleep, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like a hotel room's no problem because it's got a lock and it's just one door or whatever. But like when I move into a new place or when I house sit for somebody else, it's like it takes an adjustment period, right?
Right.
So we're house sitting for them, and it's been a really like stormy, like weird night. And we're not anywhere near our house. Like, we're like an hour from where we live.
Oh, great.
At this point. And the lights go out. Oh, it's bad. And then, like, okay, the lights are back on, but then I happen to notice, I look at the window, and we have the windows open, kind of letting some nice air in. I look at the screen on the window, and someone has drawn a smiley face into the screen. It's like 2 in the morning. Oh my God, dude. I was losing it, completely losing it. I was so
That's
freaked
justified
out.
right
Oh my God, it was so crazy. And, you know, like, I always feel safer when I have a dog around because I've had dogs around my whole life, you know?
Right.
I'm like, they'll let me know. Like, deep in my heart, I have this belief that dogs have some sort of mystical connection. So if there really is a ghost or a murderer, like, they're going to do something about it, you know, or at least let me know that I should do something about it.
Right.
No dogs around. So I am completely freaked out. It was a horrible night. Horrible night.
But you survived. You made it out.
Apparently I did, yeah. Yeah.
No murders.
Not on that occasion, no.
Right.
Though I've always been scared that I would die by murder.
Oh.
I have. I've had this fear for a long time.
Yes.
Have you had that fear?
No.
Oh, wow.
Tell me about this. A specific way you're murdered?
No, just
I'm
that
analyzing you, by the way, and I'm an amateur psychologist in this scenario.
Can I see your amateur psychologist license?
No, it's you know, I left it on the computer.
Okay.
It's just word art. Don't worry about it.
It's just word art.
Yeah. Nathan is a psychologist.
I can get that on a Zazzle t-shirt. No, I have, I'll be honest with you, Dr. Nathan. Yeah, it's something I've been afraid of for a long time. I'm kind of paranoid. Like, you're a hypochondriac. I'm kind of paranoid about being murdered. I used to get freaked out when I was taking a shower and there was no one else in the house.
Have you seen the movie Psycho?
I've seen scenes from it, yes.
Just that specific scene?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
And I even now when I give Holden a bath, I'm always a little freaked out because my back is like to the door. There's a lot of action going on.
What the crap is happening
We're
upstairs?
in the basement, and there are dogs and people running around upstairs. It sounds like a party
I
up there.
didn't realize that you invited the circus over while we were down here.
I did. I didn't realize either.
Anyway, so you're going to be murdered.
I'm afraid I will be.
Right.
Yeah.
But, like, a specific way?
Just violently.
Well, I mean...
Or maybe by an alien. That's the other fear. Yeah.
Violently by alien.
Of
would
course,
be the ultimate fear
it's
right
always violent, yes. Yeah.
Would now be a good time to tell you they're making another Independence Day movie?
No. Really? They are?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
But Will Smith's not involved.
No.
Anyway, but violent aliens.
Is Randy Quaid?
I don't think so. He's off being crazy.
Oh, really? He's crazy?
Oh, have you not heard of...
No.
Oh, this is a couple years ago. Not to get off of the subject of you wanting to be
it's
murdered.
a subject I'm happy to be away
Randy
from.
Quaid just like snapped, and him and his wife trashed a hotel and did something and then fled to Canada. They now are on the lam in Canada, of all places.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah. So, in case you were hoping for like another National Lampoon Vacation movie, if they do,
and it was,
Cousin Eddie probably won't be in that. I don't know what else he's been in besides there are a few
Independence Day
things.
and National Lampoon's.
Yeah,
Vacation.
Brokeback Mountain. That was weird.
He was in Brokeback Mountain.
Yeah,
I guess I forgot about that.
he was the guy who hired them.
Yeah,
kept
yeah.
Insinuating that he knew.
Right.
And speaking of brutal murders, man, that's a brutal murder in that movie.
Yeah, people don't talk about how violent that was.
Yeah, that was a pretty brutal one.
Definitely.
Anyway,
I can't say I'm not surprised about Randy Quaid.
Yeah,
Randy Wade.
When I saw that on the news, I remember thinking, yeah, okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The time had come. So who is in this reboot of... is it a reboot or a sequel?
A sequel.
Oh, good.
Jeff Goldblum.
He is in it.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
that's
the
good enough
president.
For me. And someone playing the president.
Whoever the president was in the other one is still in
Bob Pittman.
Is that it?
Bill Pullman.
Bill Pullman.
Yeah.
William, Willie.
Yeah, Pullman.
Willie Pullman is in it.
Yeah, that's great. He hasn't been in anything in a while.
Yeah, so
yeah,
Aliens.
I like that movie.
Yeah.
No, it was in fact I used to be afraid that the alien from Aliens was chasing me down the stairs and was right behind me, but that I couldn't see it.
Well, that's scary.
But always right behind me.
You want here's a nightmare I had as a child.
Great, let's get into this. Fun.
Not alien related, but weird creature related.
Okay.
And this may be a sign that I, as a child, played too much Nintendo. I had a nightmare where Bowser, the villain from the Super Mario games,
Of course.
was chasing me about in a playground. Oh. And then, you know how old playgrounds, I don't think they still do, but like they'd all be just metal, whatever.
Yeah.
And then most playgrounds, or some playgrounds, there'd just be like a random tube you could crawl through on the ground.
Absolutely.
Bowser got me trapped in the tube.
Oh, no.
And then I woke up.
That's a terrible dream.
Yeah.
Wow.
Bowser was terrifying.
Oh, in the dream he was much worse than
Oh, no, in the
Mario
dream,
Brothers.
he's exactly the same. It was very... As I recall, this is what's weirdest. It was like a Roger Rabbit type of situation.
Okay.
Where, like, animated Bowser is in real world. So,
Got it.
really, I'm being chased by a 2D cartoon in 3D world.
I mean, that's scary to begin with.
Right.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I don't know what he's going to do to me because he can't really grab me. He's 2D. But...
That's true.
I mean, I was like 5. I'm not
Could
thinking
he-
logistically here.
Could he even perceive you?
I
You
don't
would
know.
be like God to him.
Really, in this scenario, Bowser would be just completely in awe.
Yeah.
And
At your radiance and
Yeah.
your galactic import.
and I could just walk around, chest puffed out.
Blah, blah, blah.
Well, hello, Bowser.
And
Bow before me.
And he's like, I can't really bow the way you want me to. In
Right.
two
I can
dimensions.
bow to the side.
Yeah, I can. I can crouch and I can lean. I can't come forward
That's pretty much it.
and hang my head.
Anyway.
Well, with that image in your mind, I think that draws to a close.
I think so.
Episode, whatever the fuck of
10?
10. Yeah,
10?
Double digits.
Episode
digits.
10.
Look at my fidgets. I got double digits.
Yeah.
Sushi Jackknife?
Sushi Jackknife.
All right.